Hello everybody, I am here today in my art studio to talk to you all a little bit about this photograph that I took in Rome. This is from the Bridge of Angels, or the Ponte Sant'Angelo, in Rome, that connects a castle, the Castle of St. Michael, to St. Peter's Basilica. The bridge itself is actually quite old and was built during the Roman time periods. We know it was around during the time of Nero, but they lost the Roman name when Rome collapsed. So eventually the bridge takes on the name of St. Peter's Bridge, essentially because it connected to St. Peter's Basilica, and eventually was renamed to the Bridge of Angels, particularly with the construction here of the Angels of Bernini. But to really get that title, something remarkable happened in the 1300s. So in the 1300s, as you remember from your medieval chapter, the Black Death came, right? The bubonic plague showed up. And there is a story that says that in 1300, before the bubonic plague was officially hit in Europe, there was a plague that did hit Rome, and that people were warned about this plague by St. Michael, who manifested on top of a castle, which is why it became known as St. Michael's Castle. St. Michael basically pledged to kind of protect the people from the plague, and there is a beautiful statue erected to him there as well. Multiple popes did different things to the bridges. At one point, it was actually a toll bridge for pilgrims divided into two lanes because it was the primary bridge to get to St. Peter's Basilica. A pope actually turned it into a toll road for a time, which I always think is interesting, particularly because the church was having a Jubilee celebration, which is a significant birthday celebration for the church. So Bernini was commissioned to build some angels because they had sculptures on this bridge, but they were kind of aging out. Bernini built 10 sculptures, only 2 of which he personally worked on. The Crown of Thorns was one of them. This is not one that he personally touched, but he designed. And the Pope liked these 2 angels so much that he kept them for himself. So the bridge is actually lined with multiple angels, and they are depicting elements of the Passion. So we'll take a look at this picture a little bit closer. So this is the photograph of the piece. Now, since it is my work, it is copyrighted to me, but that does mean I can show it and kind of scroll down over and tell you a few details. This is a digital print on canvas, which ties us kind of into the modern chapters that will take place later in this book. But Gian Lorenzo Bernini was a remarkable sculptor. Some liken him to the sculptor version of Shakespeare. He is largely credited with creating the Baroque style of sculpture, though as an artist he also wrote plays, mostly carnivals, so kind of satire, wonky things. He was an architect, a sculptor, and a painter, so he was a very busy Renaissance man who saw himself really as the inheritor of Michelangelo's vision. So he really wanted to show that he was a successor of Michelangelo who was worthy of that title. So when you look at Baroque works, they're a little bit different. They tend to be much more dramatic, so we can kind of see the flowing cloth here in the wind. The emotions are very powerful, so we're moving away from that ordered, balanced, calm imagery of the Renaissance, and we're starting to reflect this remarkable passion and power that comes post-Protestant Reformation. So remember, the Reformation completely transformed Europe and is partially responsible for the birth of the United States of America. So this is a dynamic time. There are religious wars that will continue until 1948, but the very stoic imagery is fading a little bit in response to this very intense but controlled emotion. So I love the face of the angel who gazes at what is ultimately the spear of Longinus, or Longivus, I've heard both ways, and look at the emotion, the sympathy, the observation, the sadness, the empathy. really, that emotes from this piece. And of course, the drama of the cloth. Now, remember that this is built and carved out of marble. And Bernini was one of the first to kind of create sculpture from the round in a different manner. He had a different style of carving, which made him even more remarkable. So this piece is absolutely beautiful, 1 of 10. And you can imagine what it would be like walking through this column, well, kind of a colonnade of angels going to St. Peter's Basilica. The drama of seeing the passion, because each angel held something dealing with the crucifixion. So if you read about the crucifixion, this is the spear that the Roman soldier would have stabbed Jesus' side with to help the death process along. But again, incredibly powerful. Also, if you have not gone to Rome, everybody here needs to put that on their list of things to do. You will not regret it.